Alright, so the next inequality that we got, we're going to solve here on E. We're going to square both sides. And we're going to get 2t minus 7 equals t plus 2 plus 7 minus t equals 9. Plugging 9 back in, you get the square root of 18 minus 7 equals the square root of 9 plus 2. Square root of 11 equals square root of 11, which is a viable solution. Alright, whoops. We're going to come over here to D. Z must be greater than or equal to 0. Minus 2. 4z to the 1/2 equals negative 2. Divide by 4. Z to the 1/2 equals a negative 1/2. Now, you want to solve it because of the fact you're like, hey, I can square this and I can get this answer, it'll be positive and it'll all work out. But this also is written as the square root of z equals negative 1/2. You can't take the square root of a number and get a negative answer. That's why we had imaginary answers with the imaginary numbers. So this has no solution. Also, if you solve this out and you get 1/4 and you plug it back in, you will not get the answer of 0. So that's also when you check it, you'll get no solution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down here to inequalities. I'm going to start with B. So taking the denominator, or not the denominator, excuse me, the radicand, and I'm going to take 7x minus 3 must be greater than or equal to 0. X must be greater or equal to 3/7. So that is part of my answer. And now I'm going to solve this. So minus 1, square root of 7x minus 3 is greater than 2. I'm going to square both sides. 7x minus 3 is greater than 4 plus 3 plus 3. 7x is greater than 7. X is greater than 1. Now, on this solution, you should plug it in and check. I want to see you plug it in and check. But I want to just talk on this one about my answers. I have 3/7, and I'm going to go here to here, and I have 1 going here. If x's are greater than 1, for those who worry about open-closed circles, if x is greater than 1, and I pick any number that's greater than 1, it's 10. 10 solves the actual equation, and it also solves my radicand inequality. If I pick 3/7, the solution to my equation is x is greater than 1, but I can't pick, per se, 0.75. If I pick 0.75, that does not satisfy my equation's answer, so I would be cutting myself short of what I can do. It does satisfy the radicand, but we need to pick the answers that satisfy both solutions. So my actual and only answer would be x is greater than 1. Now, the next question I'm going to do is C. So 3x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to negative 4/3. Plus 5. Square root of 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to 9. Square both sides. 3x plus 4 is less than or equal to 81 minus 4. 3x is less than or equal to 77. Divide by 3. X is less than or equal to 77/3. Okay. So this is a bottom bound, top bound. On my number line, I'm looking at negative 4/3, and I'm looking at 77/3. A number between here is 0. A number over here would be like 26, and a number over here would be like negative 5. What I want to see you do is take the square root of 3 times negative 5 plus 4 minus 5 is less than or equal to 4. No, that doesn't work because that's imaginary, because that'd be the square root of a negative 11. 26 doesn't work because the square root of 3 times 26 plus 4 minus 5 is going to be way bigger than 4. And 3 times 26 plus 4, this is the square root of 82. Now it's not much bigger, but if you take the square root of that, and then you subtract 5, you get 4.05. It's not much bigger, but it's bigger than 4, so that doesn't work. So that's why your answer is this area here with the 0. So your answer would be negative 4/3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 77/3. On your radicand, the answer is always going to be less than or equal to. On the upper bound, or possibly the bound here, you might have to write down the opposite of the sign that's given to you in the inequality.